Hi, my fellow Geminis. Welcome, welcome. We are here to do your reading, so let's get to it. It's a sweltering 95 degrees out, but we are in here in the cool. For Gemini, please. Ooh, the Hanged Muse is your crowning card. Are you trying to decide something, Gemini? Okay, then. Oh, well, I was going to pull a heart of the spread and then a crossing card, but two came out at one time, and that's how we're going to take it. The Five of Cups. Wow. And crossed by the Nine of Swords. Wow. Now, again, it's a general reading. Won't be for everybody. Throw it in the trash if it doesn't belong to you. And don't forget, this can also be for the cross watcher. I feel as if there's somebody that's going to approach you that you don't feel the same way about. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like you, you don't like them. Or not in the way that they wish. It's like they're crushing on you. Oh, that's the name. They're crushing on you. Now, again, the roles can be reversed, okay? Maybe you're crushing and they don't feel the same way about you. But they're crushing on you, Gemini. And it's a bit of a nightmare, and let me tell you why. I know a lot of people say to us, Geminis, well, Geminis are so cold and harsh. And we can be. We can be if the occasion calls for it. But we don't want to hurt anybody's feelings either, just like we don't want our feelings hurt. Now, I know a lot of people out there will get up in arms about that and say, absolutely not. Well, then you're dealing with an unascended Gemini. Totally different story. But the reason why it's coming across as a nightmare, because you don't want to hurt this person's feelings. Base of the spread, please. My Chihuahua is scared of a piece of paper. Oh, the Three of Swords, you see? You don't want to break their hearts. I forgot to put any rings on, y'all. You don't want to break their hearts. Now, maybe you don't want them to break your heart. Maybe you fell in love with somebody and they don't feel the same way. And they don't want to break your heart either. It feels very much the other way around, though. I'm going to go put some jewelry on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, but I fell naked without my jewelry, my friends. Okay? So, listen, I know. There's going to be a million people out there watching this saying, your Gemini broke your heart. And I'm sorry for that. But better off to know now than be 5 years later from now and find out, right? I know that may not sound very nice, but it's the truth. But I feel like this is something you have to handle, Gemini. Even though you're not going to want to, you'll do it because that's how Gemini says. What's the past? It's got to have something to do with the present. So this is something existing already and probably also a part of your past. Yeah, Three of Materials in reverse. This isn't somebody that you feel is not your true soulmate, your true partner. Probably always kind of felt that way. But really liked them, like friend like them, and didn't want to lose them in that way, shape, or form. So you really tried to make it work, Gemini. Or maybe you always came towards them as a friend, and they've always tried to push you into something else, and you've tried to very kindly say no, and they're not getting the picture, and now you're going to have to say no. And unfortunately, probably have to break their heart, because this is for the Geminis out there, general reading. Doesn't sound like you, not your reading. Throw it in the trash. There's more to come. We haven't seen the future yet. Something else may show up or somebody else. If you want to leave, leave. But if not, I get it. No worries. It's a lesson for them and for you. Present. The Queen of Wands. Could be a Queen of Fire. Again, Queen, gender does not matter in the deck of tarot. Apply what you will to it, but could be a fire sign that really wants you in the present. It's like they continue to fight for you, although you may... It feels... I'm saddened by it for a couple different reasons. I think you, for whoever this is out there, you have tried time and again to tell them no. And be nice about it. You know, you have. Again, there could be other love coming in this reading that we haven't seen yet. So so far we're in the past and the present. Okay, we haven't got to the future yet. But I'll say this in a very nice way. I'm going to try to say it. There are sometimes, no matter how many times you try to have a nice talk with somebody, they know you're not interested in them romantically. They won't listen. So, for some of you out there, there's going to be a heartbreak for someone in order to finally end. And unfortunately, I mean, we all want to hope that we're like grown-ups and civil and can say what we need to say without having to tear somebody's heart out. But there are some very, very, very whatever people out there that refuse to hear what you're trying to say. They refuse it. And then when you have to really put your foot down and be somewhat harsh about it in order to get the point across, then you're the bad guy, right? I think I just did one on my TikTok, Teresa's Readings TikTok. I said, okay, you want me to be the bad guy? I'm the bad guy. And I think it was all the mutable signs I put in that one. A Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. So somebody's going to get their heart broken. It's a lesson that has to be learned. That's what we're here to do. Let's see what near future is for Gemini, shall we? Near Gemini. Near future for Gemini, my fellow Geminis. The Page of Cups. See, there is new love coming your way. I'm telling you, sometimes a painful ending has to happen in order to skyrocket you through to the new beginning. The Page of Cups is a new communication in love. I love it. Your position. The Ten of Wands in reverse, the release of the burden. It's almost like, I don't care what anybody says out there, Geminis. I know, because I'm trying Gemini. I don't care what anybody has to say. We don't want to hurt anybody. I mean, there may be some times we want to hurt somebody when they desperately, hurt somebody we love. But we don't really want to. We want to try to get our point across without having to be stone cold steel, like an air sign can be. But the ending of this relieves the burden and sets you free. Ooh, Knight of Swords. Something coming at you quickly. Again, Pegasus. I had that tattoo. So something actively moving towards you quickly after this. Releasing. We're going to pull other cards after this. Don't get me wrong. The Hierophant and your hopes and fears. Now, this is the marriage card. It's a card of Taurus. It's a card of commitment. I love the geometric patterns and the freaking psychic colors in this particular card. So after this, a commitment. So it doesn't really feel like one person crushing on you, but two. The one that unfortunately you'll have to break their heart. Or again, this could be for the cross-watcher. Take it as it resonates. And then the new one that comes quickly afterward with that. It's like, okay, the release of the burden and new love comes at you and it comes quickly. And the Hierophant in hopes and fears, hoping for that commitment with the right person, the correct person for you. And don't forget the Hierophant is Taurus. Could be a Taurus, doesn't have to be a Taurus, I say it because people want me to. But as the marriage card, right? Potential outcome. Oh! Well, it didn't fall. That kind of looked like Lady Gaga. Interesting. Wow. We get the Eight of Cups, walking into the future, and the King of Wands, the muse of inspiration. I feel like you walk away with that spiritual lesson learned, the Eight of Emotions, and continue to that Nine and Ten of Cups, and quite possibly either a King of Fire, again, whatever gender that is for you, which would be, I don't know, Aries, Leo, Sag, but if not that, somebody who's very passionate, the King of Passion for you. We're going to pull another deck. Don't go anywhere. There's a lot of fire energy around you. Both of these people are crushing on you. Both of them, the one that you let go of, and the one that you're supposed to end up being with, that quickly comes towards you in a committed, loving, sexy ass, yeah, I cursed, desirous way. As a leader, which a Gemini needs, somebody that really is a strong of personality. It's a relief to release that which doesn't belong to you. Although, again, we don't want to hurt anybody. I know I keep saying this. We don't. Why? Because we get a bad rap about it. So when a Gemini starts trying to say, let's just be friends and stuff, listen to them, because they're serious. They're not going to change your mind. They won't. They won't. I'm going to say it again. They won't. Even if you were friends beforehand and you decided you're both lonely and had a sexy night one night, and the next day they're like, oh, well, that was great, but we're just going to be friends. It's not going to work back into something else. 99% of the time, it's not going to. So everybody out there is going, oh, well, there's that one last percent. Trust me. Because I feel like this particular spread says somebody continues to hope and pray, because Gemini hasn't come right out and said, listen, I never want a romantic relationship with you, because they've tried to be nice, and then that's going to have to end up happening, and then Gemini is the bad guy. Okay? Now, again, the roles can be reversed. We're going to pull another deck. But Gemini, I don't, sometimes our hand is forced. I don't want you to feel bad, especially if you've tried to say in a very nice way that you're not interested, or that it's just not going to happen. We have to say, it. Don't just ghost them. Just tell them straight. So some Geminis will be doing that, and then you'll be moving on and forward. Let's pull some. I got two people in here, so it may just talk. Yeah, see, there's somebody coming there's major chemistry. So I feel like this past person that you're saying no to, you didn't have the chemistry that you needed in a relationship. And this new one, this Hierophant, Knight of Swords, King of Wands coming, strong. There's a strong magnetic attraction. Oh, no, I'm going to pull more. Don't go anywhere. I almost forgot to say this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, please. I double dog dare ya. I'm double dog daring everybody, especially my Geminis, who's my biggest audience, to subscribe, hit notifications, hit all, keep your girl on the air. That way people know they want to see me. Check to see if you've already pushed all those buttons, make sure they're still on. Trying to double dog dare everybody and to get me to 50,000. It's been happening for years and years, trying to get there. I appreciate it. $75 hour reading special still going on. Email me below or go to teresasreadings.com. And if you don't, boom, soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. That's coming. The one that's coming. Why? Because it follows chemistry, and we got all that yum chemistry in here. If you don't hear back from me, check your junk folder and email me again. Okay? Yeah, chemistry with a magnetizing soulmate. Possibly a fire sign. Does not have to be a fire sign. These endings, see it sticking out there? It says calling in your soulmate. It kept poking my finger. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Things end because it's not where you're supposed to be or who you're supposed to be with. You are doing them, even though they may not feel like a Gemini, as big a favor to them as you are doing for yourself. Sending them in the right direction to find their person. and sending yourself in the right direction to find your person. Look at that. Very soon at the bottom of the card deck. Don't be too hard on yourself, Gemini. Everybody else is hard enough on you, okay? Trust me. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Very soon, these romantical feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Wow. I'm telling you, gonna be a little bit of a wild ride here, but you're doing the right thing, and it pushes you towards the right person. It really does. For a moment, you're gonna feel like, you're wandering around out there all by yourself. We're almost used to it. We don't like it, but we're pretty used to it. But you're doing right by them just as much as you're doing right by yourself and the person, the end game soulmate that's coming for you. Wow, crazy reading. That's your reading, Gemini. Hit like and subscribe. And as always, here is me wishing you all the happiness and joy you can possibly carry. Love and light, dear friends. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.